morning students. In the last class we learned about external structure of the heart, and in this class we are going to learn about the internal structure of the heart. In the internal structure of the heart, first we will see about the structure of atria. Atria, already we learned that atria are upper two chambers, atria are thin walled, and these are receiving chambers. The two atria are separated by a thin interatrial septum. In the fetal heart, the atrial septum has a small pore which is called as a foramen ovale. Normally, the foramen ovale closes at the birth when lungs become functional. It is represented by a small depression in the septum between of right and left atria. It is called fossa ovalis. If the foramen ovale does not close properly, it is called as a patent foramen ovale. So here you can see the fossa ovalis. Here the interauricular septum, which is consists of small pore, is called as a foramen ovale. It normally, the foramen ovale closes at the birth when the lungs becomes functional. It is represented by a small depression in the septum between right and left atria called fossa ovalis. Here you can see the fossa ovalis, which is a depression, and if the foramen ovale, if it is not closes, this situation is called patent foramen ovale. The right atrium receives deoxygenated blood from different parts of the body, except from the lungs, but from all the different parts of the body, the right atrium, it receives deoxygenated blood through two caval veins. There is a pre-caval vein, it is also called as a superior vena cava, and one is the post-caval vein, it is also called as inferior vena cava. The right atrium receives deoxygenated blood from all the body parts through two caval veins. These are precaval or superior vena cava and the post-caval vein, also called as inferior vena cava. The superior vena cava collects blood from the head, forelimbs and thoracic region, and the post-caval vein, it collects the blood from the hind limbs and abdominal organs. The heart also receives the blood from the myocardium. Myocardium is nothing but the wall of the heart. Through the blood vessels, it is called coronary sinus. It also gets the blood from the wall of the heart through coronary sinus, whose opening into the right atrium, where we can see through a guarded valve, that is called Thebatius valve. Here you can see the Thebatius valve, where the coronary sinus is going to be open into the right atrium, which is guarded by a valve, is called Thebatius valve. And the post-caval vein, which is going to be open into the right atrium, it is also guarded by a valve. It is called Eustachian valve. Here you can see the Eustachian valve, where the post-caval vein is going to be open into the right atrium, and it is guarded by a valve, is called Eustachian valve. It directs the blood to the left atrium through the foramen ovale in the fetal stage, but in the adult stage it becomes non-functional, and the opening of the precaval vein into the right atrium has no valve. It doesn't consist any valve. The left atrium receives the blood from each lung through two pulmonary veins. The left atrium, you can see the left atrium, which gets the oxygenated blood from the lungs. Atria and ventricles are separated by a membranous structure, is called atrioventricular septum. So both of the atria and the ventricles are separated by a membrane, is called atrioventricular septum, which possesses left and right atrioventricular apertures. The left and the right apertures are guarded by bicuspid or mitral valve and tricuspid valve respectively. For here, the left and right atrioventricular septums are consisting the apertures. The left atrioventricular aperture is guarded by bicuspid valve or mitral valve, and the right atrioventricular aperture guarded by tricuspid valve respectively. Here you can see the valves of tricuspid, and here you can see bicuspid valve, tricuspid and bicuspid valves. Okay students, this is about the structure of atria, and your homework is describe the structure of atria along with valves and their names.